Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today is June the 28th, 2026. I know you people probably have recognized that I have a different background, but due to the fact that my wife is going to probably be working from home most of the time, that's been a change with her career. So where I used to sit up is pretty much her office. So didn't want to take any more space out of her office because she's got a 3-monitor computer system set up, and so it took a lot of my space. But that's not the most important thing about this video. As you see my title, this title is going to be surfacing as far as pointing out the moral decay of our young youth and what parents are allowing these adult children to do today. Just let me give you a little bit of awareness on what you may be seeing in your area. Be careful if you're looking for a new built home. You better be careful on who may be living right next to you. Be careful if you go buy a pre-owned home. If the house during the day when the realtors show you the house, the people may be at work, the driveways may look empty, the streets may look empty. You need to drive around during the evening times, on the weekends, to go and stake out these areas that you probably want to move because you may think that you're moving into an upscale neighborhood, and you're going to be surprised when you close on this house and you find out who your neighbors are. The reason why I said the rise of filthiness and moral decay, extreme laziness. Oh, the rabbit hole goes deep. Today, parents today, just like what we see in the world today, and this video is not going to be about Carmelo Anthony. These young youths are being half-raised, and that's the reason why most black men and Hispanic men are incarcerated before they reach the age of 30. Because the parents, we have single mother homes, and when we have two parenthoods in a home today, that means that no young kid should be homeless. No young kid should be behind bars or at the cemetery. But because the parents is not making these young youth kids go out here and really get a real job, go into the military and do something with their lives, they let them stay home with mama. Because all mama and daddy want them to do is go out and try to get rich quick and be a superstar. Play basketball, football, golf, baseball, a rapper. And so all these things that they choose to go out here and do is called entrepreneurship. They want to be a content creator. They want to go out here and have their own personal business, where they want to be a private carpenter or a delivery person or a hotshot person. And these jobs don't last. These are dead-end jobs. Stay with me and always take you people somewhere. Remember, this is a low-budget YouTube channel, but I'm going to give it to you 100. You see, when I come on this here video, I'm not coming over here to expect to please people. I come on here to please God. That's right, because He promised me eternal life. People will leave you. They will build you up and they will leave you. And that's the reason why I don't depend on people. Stay on this video and keep that in mind, that if you are an entrepreneur and you have a small business, you're a person that depend on your services. That means that you go out here and you give services to the community, and you're a delivery person, you do hair, or you're a person just like realtors and brokers. They start lying to people because, wow, they're entrepreneurs. Yeah. They don't work for a company. They work for themselves. They promote themselves. So they start manipulating numbers and start manipulating people. What is it called? Injustice. Injustice. Wicked gain. Okay? It's the same thing with people that's mechanics, that bootleg mechanics on the side. They tell you they're going to rebuild your engine and they cut corners. I don't deal with that type of stuff, people. But let me go down the list so I can be decent and in order. But this video is targeting what's on the earth today. The filthiness, the laziness. Have you seen it? To where if you go drive through some neighborhoods, you'll see the garage got junk in it. You'll see 4 cars in the driveway, 2 cars, 3 cars either parked in front of your house, and 2 cars parked in front of the house that they live in. It can be like 6, 7, 8 cars at their residence, whether it's a single-story home or a 2-story home. They're using their homes as Airbnbs. Listen, this is what is moral decay to me. I live in a single-family home, and I have extra rooms. No way that I'm going to put my house, I don't care if I end up living in my car. I'm not going to put my house to the fact that if I can't afford my mortgage, I'm just going to downsize. But I'm not moving strangers in my home to let them lease out rooms and use my restroom and my kitchen area and things that where it's sanitation that goes on in my house. We stay clean. People are doing that today. And people are not only subleasing their houses as far as they'll move out and sublease it. People going to tear your house up and they're not going to treat it the way you treat it. If you're a person that's a upscale person and likes to keep your stuff in order. I wouldn't even take that risk. Because if my house is up to par, why would I lease it out to let somebody come over and tear it apart? Then I got to put more money back in it in order to sell it, because why? I had to kick these here subleasing people out. They got all stains in my driveway, parking big old 18-wheeler trucks up in my driveway and stuff of that nature. This is what I'm talking about, the rise of filthiness and the rise of moral decay and extreme laziness. They don't want to go out here and get legitimate jobs. They want to stay with mama. Mama, can I move back in? Daddy, can I move back in? Yeah, come on, baby, come on. Call grown people babies. Yeah, and so they end up still crashing. Because why? They chose toxic ambition. The parents is the one that encourage. Baby, you ought to be a basketball player. You pretty good in school. So, mama wants you to go to college. They go to college just for a reputation, for a resume, because they want to go out here and play basketball. Haven't you seen it, people, with these here basketball stars making millions of dollars, and they end up going bankrupt and go broke? It's all over the world. Or they end up going out here doing something stupid, get a DWI or a domestic violence assault charge. No structure. So societal and spiritual uncleanness will become prominent in the last days. Sluggards, God called them sluggards, lazy person. It's all over the world, sluggards. That's why they take the broad road, the easy path. They want to get rich quick. They want to be rappers. They want to be sportsmen, basketball players, football players. They want to be hairstylists. They want to decorate. These are entrepreneurs. They want to be strippers, call girls, prostitutes. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Dope dealers. And that's why the world has an uptick of moral decay. Sluggards, laziness, lack of ambition brings about poverty. That's why you see a lot of people that's homeless, living in cars. Have you seen it? Where some people are living in motels. They have made a motel their homes. Yeah. And then they go out here, stay with me. I always take you people somewhere. I woke up this morning, and God put it on my spirit. Son, do you see around you? I'm living I'm a living witness, people. I've been on my street, living in my house, this very house, for 20 years. Since day one, when I bought this house, I started seeing people that bought their houses right with me, and some of them, after a year or two, went into foreclosure, lost the house, couldn't keep the house. How you gonna go purchase a home and then a year or two later you lose the home? Why? Because they're out in the world. Their priorities are messed up. You have a beautiful home. Your first home you had it built from the ground up, and then they end up losing a home. And then you get other people to come out here and get these homes, these young people. Well, listen, this young generation, anywhere from 30s to late 40s, are having kids, and the kids are raising the parents. The kids is the ones that's bossing the parents around. The kids is the one that is giving the parents wisdom. Dumb wisdom. Their ideologies, and the parents listen to them. So the parents feel guilty and say, "Come on, let's move it back in, mijo. And yeah, come on in, come on. Boy, you know come on in. You my firstborn. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, baby, I don't want you struggling out there." White parents, black parents, Hispanic parents. They let kids, adults, after they done graduate from college, they let them stay there. And then that's why they go take these minimum jobs, these dead-end jobs. Because why? They don't have no pressure. If it was my kid, I'd tell them, you stay out there and do what you need to do, and you better call on God. You ain't coming back here. You 21. You stay on out there. If they choose to go the wrong way, they ain't coming back to my house. But that's what parents are doing today. So let me read you this, people, so you can understand that I'm not a liar, and I like to give you Bible to line it up with Bible. Okay. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10. Listen to what God is telling us. Well, Paul, I want to make sure I got it right. It's telling us that the first letter of Paul to the Thessalonians. I want to get it right. I'm in an Amplified Bible in 2 Thessalonians chapter 3. Nobody have to read or listen to my video. You don't have to read the scripture. But when you see yourself in this condition in the world to where mama and daddy going to probably die off, and you don't have a job to where you can pay the taxes, they may have paid off the house or they haven't paid off the house, you're going to get kicked right out that house. The mortgage company is coming to get that house. So when you depend on people, you're a fool. See? So this is what Paul is telling the Thessalonians. For even while, I want to make sure I got it right. I got these here readers on, so I got to bring my book up to me because I'm in a different setting, okay? All right. For even while we were with you, we used to give you this order. If anyone is not willing to work, then he is not to eat either. Indeed, we hear that some among you are leading an undisciplined and inappropriate life, doing no work at all, but acting like busybodies, meddling in other people's business. Now, such people we command and exhort in the Lord Jesus Christ to settle down and work quietly and earn their own food and other necessities, supporting themselves instead of depending on the hospitality of others. Did you catch that? Listen to me real good, people. I'm not trying to make this video look like it's sparkling or whatever the case may be, but I want you to get this, okay? I want to make sure I make my lighting a little better. I'm going to get it good when I keep making videos in this setting that I'm in. I may find another setting in the house, but this one here is kind of comfortable to me. So anyway, people, this is what I want to show the world about what this scripture is saying. I went out here and got me a job to show my abilities that I can hold a job whether I was dealing with evil people or not. I have more trust in myself than trusting for someone to keep me hired, meaning as an entrepreneur. It's just like social media. You worried about people staying on your channel because you have an audience, and the more audience you get, the more likes you get, the more views you get, is you'll get a paycheck. I couldn't live off of that. No, not me. I'm not here to please people. I'm here to please God. So if you start unsubscribing me, I got to change up. Why? Because you pay my mortgage payment. You pay my car payment. I don't depend and rely on nobody but Christ. I don't want you telling me what to say. Hey, that's not right. And that's why I got my comment section closed. I don't need your paycheck. I got my own retirement. I went out and bust my A and went out here. Look, when you look at a military person, I admire military VA people that went out here and served this country diligently. Whether you didn't go to war, but you stayed in and you took the adversities. Yeah, that's right. I admire people. I take my hat off when I hear somebody that went into the military. If they were just a cook. Yeah. If they were just a water boy. But they stayed the years and earned them a retirement check. I take my hat off to them. A person that take the shortcut, that go out here and do things that are illegal, I don't have no liking for you. You lazy, you a sluggard. You're trying to find an easy route to make a paycheck. You rob people. You manipulate people. You raise your prices. You tell a person a price, like I dealt with a man next door was a carpenter. Hey, how much you gonna charge me to do my fence? They'll tell you one price, and as they started, hey brother, I ran into some problems, I'm gonna have to charge you this. No, I don't deal with people like that. And that's why they raise prices like that, just like a mechanic. Hey, man, I gotta tell you this, man. You know, your block, when I took it loose, man, you know, I saw something else in there. Your pinions and this and that was messed up, so I'm gonna have to charge you a little bit more because I had to go buy that out of my pocket. They lie. That's what entrepreneurs do. They lie. And then you got some hairstylists, some barbers. I seen videos. Hey, man, you done messed up my it. Hey, man, you shouldn't have moved the wrong way. Now, look here, you done messed up. And then you got to worry about people busting you in the mouth because you didn't cut their hair wrong. You didn't drink right last night. Your hand is shaking. Oh, sorry, man. That causes beef. I don't want that kind of work. No, not me. I got a retirement check for as long as I'm breathing. Okay? I spent 30 years and I depended and relied on God. See, depending on people to like your social media account by begging them to hit the like button, share the video. You sit up here begging people to hit the like button. Listen, how you gonna hit the like button if the person hadn't even started the video and you don't even know what they're getting ready to say? God looking at you saying you an idiot. You doing it because you in that algorithm to where if you hit their like button, share the video, and view the video, they're gonna do the same for you. I don't depend on people. Okay, so that's what's going on social media. You depend on people, not God. And that's why you end up crashing. Okay, so God said you're sitting around waiting on, I can't sit around and be a delivery boy. Do y'all need me? Hey, Amazon, I'm sitting here. Do y'all need me? Hey, what is it? Meals on Wheels? Hey, do y'all need me? No. Listen to me, people. I gotta go down the list, okay? 99.99% people are entrepreneurs today. That's why they living with mama. They still sucking mama's breast. Mama, can I move back in, mama? My numbers are low. Mama, I'm not getting no deliveries. Mama, can you send me some money? It's just like in prison. Mama, can you put some money on my commissary? Mama, they depend on mama. They won't let the titty go. Grown men. Have you seen it? Grown men in their 60s still living with their parents. Still living with a single mother. Did you not know that 99.99% entrepreneurs, small business owners, are driven by depending on people or the audience? And the work you do, if it pleases the person. That means that if you don't please your audience, they're going to unsubscribe you. So you got to lie, manipulate, and tell them what they want to hear. I can't do it. And I ain't going to change up and do it. Okay? So, like false prophets, if they stay away from pages that's going to cut the audience, they going to get some wages. And God going to get them. That's why a lot of them don't last long. God's going to get them. Okay? They only preach for wages. Pastor, I don't like how you were talking about how we wearing wigs and stuff. If I want to wear an orange wig, you don't be talking about, stay off that page. And if you want me to at least stay in this church, I pay good tithe. All right, Miss Elder. All right. Yeah, don't be talking about me wearing no tight dresses and stuff. If you want my tithe, you stay away from them pages. I've been going here for 20 years. Now, pastors before you, they hadn't been talking about orange hair and wearing tight stuff. So that pastor watered down the scripture. He deviated from the Bible so he can get them tithings. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, sister. You're right, sister. All right, I got a better sermon tomorrow. Yeah. So, chasing money is causing a decline in morals, values, and loss of faith and fearing the Lord. That's what he's telling us. We're in the day of the apostasy. That means that people, moral decay is declining. Filthiness. Okay? We are in an uprising in violence, thieves, robberies, nakedness. People are dressing nakedness everywhere, showing their goods. Yeah, they don't care if you look. And you stare too long, they ask you got some money? Why are you staring? Put some money up here in this breast. Yeah, don't be staring just to be staring. Yeah. See, these are call girls, bed sluts. Yeah, see, this channel is not a sugar talk channel. You know, and if you click off and unsubscribe me, I still get paid. Yeah, my bills are paid. Yeah. See? And divorces is an uprise. Filthiness, homelessness, drug users, alcoholics, adults moving in with mama. People can't afford mortgage payments, so they sublease rooms as an Airbnb. Have you seen it? Listen to me, people. I want to tell you people something. I got it. Okay. It is despicable to me when people, you see nice homes and they let the garage up. And you go, whoa, you can't even see how to get in the door through the garage. Yards, grass has deteriorated, where it's just nothing but dirt. Backyards look like Sanford and Son, a junkyard. And got nice cars. Some got raggedy cars, got nice, just come and going, to and from. Ain't worried about cutting the grass. Have you seen it? This is the apostasy. God said they have completely lost the faith in Christ. They have completely let Satan, do you understand? Demons are filthy. They are nasty. This is to degrade God. He said, be ye holy, for I am holy. Greater is he that is in me. Listen to me, people. My wife have told me, using a 2-star restroom at her job, it is despicable going behind women that sit on the same commode seat as my wife. My wife tells me sometimes she try to hold her bowel movement and have to go to the restroom until she get home. I told her that ain't good. So my wife take Clorox wipes, Clorox spray, and everything to her job because she have smelt women that you would see them in their cubicles and think that, oh, she looks nice, but smell like a demon, a pig pen, vaginas. And when my wife have told me some things, I look at women differently because I've experienced it also. How is it that a woman can dress up, look very beautiful in the face, got on some nice clothes that's showing her figure, breath smell like she went and walked in the country and picked up some cow manure and started chewing on it. And when you tell them about it, they get offended. Women arms are more musty. I've smelt it. More musty than men today. They won't shave that hair off. Do you see it, people? This is not a clickbait video. Have you seen the yards in nice neighborhoods where you see beautiful homes? And the outside looks like garbage. They leave their trash cans in the street. They let the grass. When you buy the house, they give you sod. They give you some nice trees and stuff like that. They don't water the grass. They don't care about watering the plants. Everything just look dead, even in the summertime, spring and summer. The houses look like it's still fall, still the leaves didn't fell. This is what's going on in the world today. They'll drive nice cars to work, dress up nice, and you'll think they live in a decent and an order life, and you'll go to their homes. I'm seeing it, people, in new neighborhoods, in old neighborhoods. If I was to take you people to my father's house right now as I'm speaking, you would shake your head. They have it on social media to where you can look at people that are hoarders. Do you understand when you see people in that condition? They are completely gone. Roaches, rats, feces, you name it. This is what the world is coming to, where people don't care about cleanness. That's why I'm trying to tell you people why I'm making this video, because it is unbearable who I live next to. I don't care if they catch this video. I hope they do. All in my neighborhood, we have a HOA, a code compliance. We have all type of city managers, these mayors and everything. They pass the buck. You call the cops. Hey, have you called your HOA? The HOA, you call the HOA. Well, call this number, the city code ordinance number. You call the city ordinance, they'll pass it back and forth. No, did you talk to your HOA? So they don't care. The Bible said we live in a lawless world. It's unbearable that you go out in the world and you just want to make an honest, decent living. Buy you a home. Then you think about, hey, you know what? Let's live in the country, honey. Then you go live in the country. Guess what? Some white evilness will come over there. Why y'all living over here? This black guy living over here. And then you got to worry about leaving your home. They letting these prisoners get loose. What's the first place they run? In the rural areas. Where a house is just sitting out where can't no neighbor say, hey, I saw somebody go inside your gate. And you'll go to the grocery store, back to the city, and come back, somebody in your closet waiting on you. See, you have to take that in consideration, that if you move into the country and it's just you and your wife, and you don't have nobody there that's stationary, where there's a person with a sound mind that can grab a gun and make sure there ain't no intruders gonna come. I saw a video where a guy just bought some property. An African-American guy bought some land. I mean, he got like 40-some acres. Big old nice house he built. He said, somebody keep cutting his, he's got 4 different entries to his property, some gates, and somebody keep cutting his locks. That's another thing you got to worry about. So do you understand, like I just told you people, what's on the earth today, what is all around us? Violence, corruption. I saw a video where 2 people were on a highway, a motorcycle and a sedan vehicle were racing. They passed up an unmarked deputy. The deputy put his lights on and tried to chase the vehicle because he knew that the motorcycle was going to outrun him. So the motorcycle blocks him because these 2 just came from a bar drunk and they were racing. So the motorcycle guy stopped, was driving and got in front of the cop and tried to block him from catching the car. And he was on his motorcycle with holding one hand and looking back at the cop, throwing up the finger. They end up catching him later, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't have no respect for cops. They don't have no respect for living and following the ordinances of the world. I see people running red lights. I see people don't even stop at the stop sign. You be driving on the main street and they about to come out and hit you, and then you stop it so they won't hit you. They'll look at you like, what? What? Looking at their phones, coming up to the stop sign. Listen to me, people. I want to give it to you, and that's all I can do. I woke up, and this was on my mind. I'm sick of these neighbors. I'm sick of these neighbors. Me and my wife almost gave up and wanted to just sell my house. And she said, babe, why don't we just move into an apartment? I said, what? Have you seen bullets? I've seen a video just recently where a person got deleted in their apartment minding their own business. There was a shootout in the apartment complex, and the bullet went inside the wall and hit an innocent person and deleted them. Do you people understand what is on this earth? Just gave you a video showing you that prophecy is being fulfilled, that the world is near of ending and people can't even process it. That I told you, the Bible has showed me. I said, Lord, why do we have to live in this here chaos? And we're trying to do the right thing. But this is what Jesus is telling us, believers, whether you believe it or not, because I've read it. He said, the security of the one who trusts in the Lord. Prophecy has to let the world corrupt itself, meaning God is going to come when it gets worse and worse and worse. Why? Because this is his patience. This is God's mercy and grace, that he takes no pleasure in seeing anyone go to hell. So he told me as a believer that I'm sharing with you, do not think that things are going to get better. They're not. You better be careful who you're around, who you trust, and who you bring into your home, who you bring into your circle. You better be careful about your outings, where you're sitting, where you're living. If you're a person that's homeless, you better get you a weapon. People are jacking. I'm talking, they are targeting homelessness people. Yes. If you have a vehicle, they want to use that vehicle to do a robbery. You are sitting duck if you are living in a vehicle. Okay? Not only that they gonna rob a homeless person that's in the vehicle, they're stealing vehicles out of driveways. These people are getting professional. Look, they got some friends that work at the dealerships. And they got these master keys that they can get into your car. And they know how to rig your car to get it started. You think that they making these vehicles to where you got this here key fob, that where if you got the key fob, they can't take your vehicle. No, they got duplicates. So the evil people are getting more intelligent, and the believers seem like to me are getting more slow. The Bible said, my people are alert. So that's the reason why I'm very cautious on where I go, who I deal with. I don't like dealing with people. I don't have no friends because I don't trust nobody. I don't like nobody coming up to my door. If I didn't invite you over here, I don't want you over here. If I didn't answer the door, because I don't know you. That's how I'm living. My wife saw me go outside yesterday. A salesman came over here trying to sell me some more videos. Want me to change out my ring videos to try to get their services. And I told them I'm not interested. But the biggest picture right now that bothers me the most is the filthiness. The filthiness. That's been under my skin, being next door to people that don't care about their residents. And you have to deal with it. And then the other thing that really gets under my skin, and my wife knows it bothers me every day. Cars. I mean, you can't even see your house. The beauty of your house for cars parked all in front of the house. The eyesores that makes your property value go down. And me and my wife have driven in some nice neighborhoods where you go, hey, baby, you know what, we ought to move over here. And we keep driving. What? Upscale neighborhoods where you'll see some trash in there. To where it's getting to the point, lawlessness is an uprise also. Meaning that people are playing bigotry and hypocrisy. You call the officials, they act like that's not a big deal. Go talk to your neighbor. Call your HOA. You try to reason with the neighbor. Well, who are you to tell me what to do on my property, bro? Who are you to tell me to use my garage? Then have you seen it on videos? Neighborhood wars. The cops want you to have neighborhood wars. And they don't want to hear you say, hey, my neighbor's blocking my mailbox. My neighbor's blocking my driveway. Oh, y'all got to work that out. I'll come by if y'all delete each other. Yeah, because I want to get some rank. My paycheck is too low. Call me when you delete one of them. That's hypocrisy. That's bigotry. They're not coming to your residence unless you stab one of them or beat one of them or shoot one of them. That's what cops want. Yeah, they want the big hits. Are they selling narcotics, sir? No, they blocking my driveway and mail. Oh, well, no. If they're not doing something illegal, don't call us. Yeah, I pay taxes. I want to get out my driveway and I want to get my mail. Well, you need to take that up with your HOA. They passed the buck. So your evil neighbor sit back and laugh. yeah, we running a business out of our house and you can't do nothing about it. That's how they laugh. But I got something for you. Okay? If you're an entrepreneur and you don't want to go out here and work, the Bible is crystal clear. Say that if a man or a woman don't work, they shouldn't eat. What is he talking about when he say, Paul is telling the Thessalonians, what is he telling you? I went out and made an honest living. That person that went in the military, he went out and she went out and made an honest living. They stayed in there. It doesn't mean if they was a private all the years that they stayed in there and didn't get no rank. They stayed in there. Okay? And they got a paycheck. That's an honest living. That they took the adversities, or if they didn't get promoted, they stayed in one position. But they stayed in there. They didn't go out here and try to take some entrepreneur job where they can start robbing people and using people and lying and manipulate people. Those are the ones that I call parasites. Yeah, these social media liars and stuff with these here fake AI videos and stuff. Them the ones that are parasites to me that belongs to the devil. Okay? So this is what God is telling you, telling the believers what road they're on. You see, when we went and got an honest job, in Matthew chapter 7, verse 13, he's telling you, enter through the narrow gate. That's the hard gate. I stayed on my job for 30 years and I went through it. This person stayed in the military or stayed on a private local job, whether you was working for Toyota, GM, if you was in a warehouse, you went from an auto selector to a forklift driver to a truck driver. I take my hat off to you. If you was a police officer and you went out here and you did the right thing, I take my hat off to you. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I take my hat off to you. If you was a receptionist, if you was a person that did the right thing, a nurse, a doctor, I take my hat off to you. Yeah, that's right. If you a cable installer, a AC heating installer guy, I take my hat off to you. Yeah, if you stayed on that job, yeah, if you was a private locator, went out here and located utilities and stuff, and you stayed there, I'll take my hat off to you. That's right. If you worked in a grocery store, whether in your local area, and you made yourself up to a manager, I take my hat off to you. I salute you. That's right. But these entrepreneurs, you parasites to me. Yeah, you take the broad road. Jesus said in the book of Matthew chapter 7, enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate, and broad and easy to travel is the path that leads the way to destruction. That's why they end up going stealing. They tried to be a rapper, a dope dealer. Now, they done got caught, got an ankle monitor on them, so they want to go give me your car. Give me your wallet. Yeah, that's what they do. Breaking your house when you go out and work and make an honest living. All these thieves and these robbers. Yeah, and then guess what they do? Used to be a hairstylist. Now, since don't nobody want, no, she be putting something in my hair falling out. Now you want to be a bed slut, a stripper, a call girl. Yeah, they keep taking the broad road, the easy path that leads to destruction. You know, since you don't cut hair no more, you don't want to go get a permanent job? Nah, I don't like authority. I like to be my own boss, making my own hours. Yeah, and so guess what they start doing? Stealing. Yeah, they start stealing. And then they go rob their own parents. Yeah. So he says, enter through the narrow gate. For wide is the gate, and broad and easy to travel is the path that leads the way to destruction and eternal loss. And there are many who enter through it. I just told you, 99.99% people are entrepreneurs. Yeah, you want to be an actor. That's what God said. You want to entertain people. He said, go get a job. See, so the world has made it as an entertainment world to get rich quick. God said, woe to you that try to get rich quick. He's going to bring you down. Okay? He wants you to make an honest living. Then it says, but small is the gate, and narrow and difficult to travel is the path that leads the way to everlasting life, and there are few who find it. I'm not going to hold you people. And I'm going to let you people go. I used to have and own a cleaning business. When I met my wife, I told her, I used to work on my job that I retired from. And when I would get off my job at 3:30 in the afternoon, I had to go clean some buildings after 5 when they were closed. Office buildings. Do you know why I stopped doing that? I was doing it on the side and making good money. Let me tell you why I stopped doing that. And I would never advise anybody to go into that type of business. Why? Because they want the best cleaner. Yeah, they want you to make sure you clean that building inside out. That's what I experienced. But for the cheapest dollar. Ain't that something? You want me to put my hard-earned labor and clean up your dirt and mess and nasty feces in the restroom, but you don't want to pay me what I'm worth. That's why it's not good to rely on people. That's why you need a legitimate job. And you show your abilities that you can go on this job and perform and have common sense to go and meet the expectation to do skilled trade jobs. You go in the military, it's skilled trade jobs. And they will send you to trainings. But God called you a sluggard, lazy, incompetent. You don't want to take orders from nobody. So God said it brings about poverty. Then you think God's supposed to care about you when you living on the streets. You living in your car. You want somebody to feel sorry for you. When God gave you an intelligent brain, a spirit of love, a spirit of power, and a spirit of a sound mind. And you let it deteriorate. God said you got a seared conscience. So this is what they want to do. They started telling me, well, you didn't get this corner. Well, we noticed that you haven't been getting the blinds. And then sometime I didn't get my check on the days they said they're going to pay me my check. But still want you to go clean that building. Hypocrisy and bigotry. The world we live in is greed. That's what they would do. This is what I'm trying to show you. And it's the same thing when you go on regular jobs, okay? This is the reason why we need Jesus. You don't bow down to your slave master on regular jobs just because they overwork you, disrespect you, or show favoritism. This is when you're supposed to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, like I did, to speak up for injustice, speak up for bad treatment. But what do people do? They jump from job to job and they take this broad road, the easy path that leads to destruction. And so they go out in the world and they start depending on people. And what do they depend on? Hey, hit the like button. Hey, y'all gonna call me? I ain't got no deliveries today. Hey, you need some dope? Man, spread it, man. I'm the dope dealer. And then they go out here and they get popped. God is telling you right here in Matthew 7, verse 13 through 14, that it leads to the way of destruction. Then when destruction comes, oh my God, please, Lord, help me. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. I watch these people on my street. Do you understand, people? The people that came and we bought these houses on my street in 2006, most of them are gone. Most of them lost their houses and they leased them out. Different people that lived in their houses. Now people that are living there permanently, they subleasing the houses or they let the grown kids come back. And this street is congested with cars everywhere. Utility trucks where they got entrepreneurship. Some people doing construction. Some people doing building houses, and they bring the trucks home. And they got regular sedans in the driveway, regular pickup trucks in the driveway, and work trucks everywhere. Do you see it? Do you see it in your neighborhood? They get to bring the work truck home. Some of them are private work trucks. Some of them got decals on them. Big old trucks with lights and cages on them and just an eyesore to your neighborhood. You can't even see the decorations on your house. All you walk out and see is cars, trucks, utility trucks, dead grass, trash cans left out in the street. You would come over here in my neighborhood and think this is the projects. On jobs today, this is another thing that's happening on jobs, what is pushing people and driving people to what I just told you on my title. The rise of filthiness and moral decay and extreme laziness. Let me tell you something. On these jobs, I am aware where I work for. When I work, this is what they'll do. Even on secretary jobs, everywhere you go, this is what's happening. And especially since COVID-19 has surpassed, most people are still working from home. And you know what it's caused? Since the ones that are working from home and the bosses has favoritism on them, the ones that work in the office are still at the company, this is what they're doing. They will put 3 people's jobs in that building where you work, your workplace, on one person. This is what they're trying to do. Because when COVID came, they let the special people, hey, boss, we cool. Can I stay home since COVID has passed? Yeah, you know what? You go ahead and stay home. I know what I'm going to do with Cindy. I know what I'm going to do with Jacob. I'm going to put 3 positions on him. And you underpaid. So you don't speak up. What do? You go find another job, they're going to do the same thing. You go find another job, they're going to do the same thing because you won't speak up. You need Jesus. Okay? Or you're going to lash out the wrong way. You won't take the steps. Yes, I know HR's not going to do nothing. But what did Jesus tell us in Psalms 91? The security of the one who trusts and believe and rely on the Lord. I went through it too. They tried to run me to the ground. And that's the reason why they tried to get rid of me, because why? I made HR do their job. You got to know how to talk. If you don't have a voice, then guess what? They're going to run over you. Greed is going to run over you. You got to have a voice. So if you don't have a voice, you are going to experience poverty. You can keep running all you want to. But this is the reason why I was successfully got retired, but I let some things go, because why? I depend on Jesus Christ, not people. Are you with me? Okay? Because God has promised me. He said, I will never leave you or forsake you. People will. Are you with me? So I'm going to let you people go after I tell you this. And this is what's happening when you depend on people. If you're an entrepreneur, this is what God is telling you, and I'm out. Watch this. In the book of Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24, he says, the man of too many friends, chosen indiscriminately, will be broken in pieces and come to ruin. But there is a true loving friend who is reliable and sticks closer than a brother. You see, when I was on my job, I relied and depended on Christ, not many friends, not HR, not my bosses. Why? Because they didn't have my best interest. Jesus Christ had favor on me. Why? Because I called on him. Before I go to HR, I said, Lord, give me somebody in HR that even if they're evildoer, change their minds so they can work for me to go against these people that is after me. And he did. Remember what he told us. You have not because you ask not. That when you go on a job and you just live on your own strength and you speak out your own ideology, God will let you do it. Because he said, oh, so you don't need me. So I needed the Lord. So I called on him. He said, pray in season and out of season. And pray all the days of your life. That means that when I go to the grocery store, before I leave this house, I pray. When I wake up, I ask God, thank you, and I pray. I ask God to guide my wife's steps, order my wife's steps. I pray. Say, Lord, I'm just going to go up here to the little grocery store. And I ask God, let no weapon form against me shall prosper. See, so this is what people are doing. You lean on your own understanding and you go out here thinking that you can fight your own battles with using your own strength without Christ. I told you people, and I'm going to let you go. You keep dealing with Satan on your own. I told you what he did to some people. He whooped them. They were trying to take a demon out of this man. And them demons jumped out and whooped them naked and they ran off. You cannot deal with Satan on your own. God is showing you that you need him. And so this is the reason why people run. And God said, what are you running from? Ain't nobody even chasing you. You run because Jesus Christ is calling you a coward, just like your daddy. Because that's why the Bible says, if you believe in one God, you do good. Even the demons believe and tremble. And I'm out.